Let's talk about making sure you eat enough on a GLP-1 medication. Hi, I'm Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. I'm down 56 pounds, and we are going to talk about eating enough calories. So I'm sure you've seen posts in the Facebook support groups where people are asking, how many calories should I be eating? What should I be eating? Blobbity blobbity. And these posts are always problematic because people don't understand that there isn't just a one size fits all type of answer. You need to figure out your own specific calorie deficit. And I have a couple of videos that tell you how to do that. Basically, you're going to start at the tdeecalculator.com, and you're going to input your information, make sure you select sedentary, and you're going to start from there. And that's going to give you a good starting point to find your calorie deficit. It's not just a random number. There are factors. So people ask the question, how many calories do I need to be eating? So today I'm going to be talking about what you don't need to be doing. There are always people on those posts who comment and say, oh, I eat 1,000 calories. Oh, I eat 800 calories, right? And more often than not, you will see a bunch of comments responding to them, telling them, hey, this is not enough. But what you don't see often enough is information like this, where one of those people who has lost a ton of weight, right? 135 pounds is a lot of weight, by essentially starving themselves. And then they're actually honest about the fact that now they've broken their metabolism, and if they eat any more than that, they will gain weight. And that's the thing about being in a calorie deficit. You're not supposed to be in a calorie deficit forever. The whole idea is that you calculate your base rate, you find your deficit, you lose weight, and you're actually supposed to take breaks so that your body can recoup, and then you go into a deficit again. So you're kind of going like this with your calories over time. But what people do on GLP-1 medications is they undereat, lose a crap ton of weight. They lose body mass in both fat and muscle. And then they get to their weight loss goal. They're so happy, right? Because now they're thin. And they end up feeling poorly, even though they're technically in a healthier body. And they have all sorts of health problems. And now they've caused their body to adapt to the calories so low that now they can't go to a normal level of calories because their body goes, hey, here we go. We're in excess. We got to store all this, right? And breaking out of that is very, very challenging and stressful because, you work so hard to get to that number on the scale, and then you essentially have to allow yourself to go up for a certain amount of time in order for your body to level out and be normal so that you can do normal bodily functions. Because make no mistake, starvation mode is a real thing. It's not what people think it is, but you can starve yourself. People think that starvation mode is this myth. It originated from a study that was done. You can go Google it if you would like. And what they found out is that our bodies are amazing machines. And you guys have heard me mention this many times. Our bodies will try to adapt to keep us where it's happy, right? At that homeostasis. It's one of the reasons why when people lose a ton of weight on a GLP-1 medication very quickly, right? In a year, whereas it took them 20 years to put on all the weight. And then after a year, they get off the medication for whatever reason. Insurance dropped them. They can't afford to pay out of pocket. Their doctor told them they're not going to prescribe it anymore, whatever. They get off the medication and they start gaining the weight back. That's because your body is naturally going to try to get you back to the level of homeostasis that you've been at for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, however long it was that you were overweight. Your body's like, hey, we're getting back to the good old days. Let's do it. Especially if you've been under eating. And this is where that advice of intuitive eating while on a GLP-1 medication can be problematic. Because for some people, they don't feel the need to eat at all. And so they don't. And they're seeing the weight drop on the scale and they're getting excited, which reinforces this problematic behavior. And then they go out and tell other people to do this problematic behavior, and it becomes this cycle. But make no mistake, there are consequences to doing things that way. Right? So it's something that you want to take seriously. On days that I don't want to eat, I make myself eat. And I know that that sounds counterintuitive, but I may not reach my calorie goal for the day, which is perfectly fine, but I'm doing my darndest. I've got my protein yogurt. I'll mix protein powder into it. You guys have seen me do my, souped up protein shakes where I take a pre-made protein shake and add more protein powder to it, right? Again, you're getting in the nutrients. Meal replacement shakes. I'm currently trying 2 brands of meal replacement shakes so that I can offer some feedback for people who are really struggling to eat. If you want to go the route of soups, I have a recipe for a protein soup that's even got pasta in it, which is a great option. Very easy to eat, very easy to digest, right? Got good protein. You can get creative. You can make it work. What you can't do is you can't starve yourself, because that will come back to bite you in your Ozempic butt. And I say that with all sincerity, because I cannot tell you how many times I have seen those people post, and all along their weight loss journey, they're so happy because they're dropping, 3, 4, 5 pounds a week. And then they get to the end and they have zero muscle, or very, very little. And they're trying to build muscle, and then metabolically their body is like, yeah, no, we don't want to build muscle. If you're going to put more calories in, we're going to store this for later, because we've been slowly dying for months now, right? And I'm being dramatic, but essentially that's what they're doing. You are starving yourself. Your body is having to reroute functions and not function efficiently because you're not eating. So take all of those things into consideration. If you need tips and tricks about things to eat, then if that's something you're really struggling with, then definitely comment down below and let me know. And I will make a video where I go through everything that I eat when I don't feel like eating, because I keep specific things on hand that are exciting for me that I can eat when I don't feel like eating, or when nothing tastes good or nothing smells good, right? With this medication, it gets you all wonky. So if you want to see that, comment down below and let me know that that's something that would be helpful for you. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. And as always, be kind. Rewind.